In this video, we are going to be returning to the terminal to talk about some basic math functions. For example, how to add, subtract, divide, multiply, and what a modulo is. We are also going to be talking about the two number data types, integer and float. Let's begin by opening the terminal and launching Python. As previously discussed, there are two number data types, integer and float. Integer is for numbers that don't have decimal points, and float is for numbers that do. So let's create some variables. My int equals 2. My other int equals 3. My float equals 3.5. My other float equals 5.5. Now, we can use these just like numbers. For example, my underscore int plus 2 equals 4. My underscore int divided by my underscore other underscore int equals 2/3. My float minus 3.5 equals 0. And my other float times 5. Oops, as you can see, I typed in that variable name wrong because I used a capital letter where I shouldn't have. And we can fix that just by going back and making that lowercase. And there it is, 27.5. So as you can see, we add using the plus sign, subtract using the dash, divide using the forward slash, and multiply using the asterisk. We can use exponents by putting two multiplication signs. For example, 2 to the third power. There's another type of operator called the modulo, and the modulo is just a percent sign, and it returns the remainder after you divide. For example, 5 modulo 4 will return 1. Okay, the problem there was I accidentally added a space, and that will cause an error in Python. So what I meant to type was 5 modulo 4, and that will return 1 because 5 divided by 4 has a remainder of 1. 5 modulo 3 has a remainder of 2, and 5 modulo 2 has a remainder of 1, because 2 goes into 5 two times with a remainder of 1. The modulo operator can be useful if we want to determine if a number is a factor or if a number is even. One last thing I want to show you is that sometimes floats don't behave the way we would expect. For example, 0.1 plus 0.1 plus 0.1 minus 0.3. As you can see, we don't get 0, but we get very close to 0. And this is partially because of the way the computer handles memory. And so don't be surprised when using floats if you aren't getting the exact value you expect.